This one's flat on the bottom. It's good on the top, but it's flat. All right, that's better. It's not flat anymore on the bottom. See, look, it's like where it's supposed to be. Well, we had a problem with our old compressor. Our old compressor right here wasn't working, so we had to go to town and get a new one. And I built a little shelf for it on our nice little shelf. And now we got two normal looking tires instead of one looking kind of sad on that side. So yeah, that's way better. Let's try this again now that we got a charged battery and a tire that actually has air in it this time. All right. All right, got it. It's one of those think smarter, not harder moments. We'll get better at those. All right, there we go. So one drum of diesel all ready to go. Had to go to town and fill that up real quick so that way we could power this horse right here. Hey guys, so I'm here at the field we call the power line. Let me give you all a little view. There we go. So this is what we see when we're sitting in the stand. So I'm here today on the tractor, and I'm gonna go and try and clean up. Like let's sit in this shooting house real quick here, and I'm gonna kind of point to where I can kind of see So you see, like on the sides of the field, they got all these bushes and stuff that are growing. They're kind of encroaching in on the field itself, making the field smaller. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try and push some of that back. And then, as you can tell right here, you see this pine tree right here? This is actually a whole row of pine trees. And if it was clear in between this row and you see this second row right here of pine trees, if they didn't have anything in the middle, all these bushes and stuff in the middle, I would be able to see all the way down that lane of pine trees right there to a certain point. So I'm going to see if I can get the tractor in that row and clear that up a little bit. And if I can't get the tractor in that row, then I'm just going to try and push in from the field into the rows in between the trees that way, and see what I can do. Just try to clean this up a little bit. First things first, I'm going to walk through this field and see if I can find any sheds in the field. It's a pretty thick field. The grass is pretty tall, as you can see. It's about up to my calves, or to, no, not calves, huh? To my knee, around about my knee. And so I'm gonna just walk through and look for some shed antlers. I might not be able to see any very well, but I really don't want to roll over one and it gets stuck in the tire of the tractor, because that has happened to us before. And also, I'm really looking for a specific deer. We had a deer that we called Delta hanging out in this part of the property during hunting season, and he was a beautiful deer. I'm gonna show a couple pictures of him right now. Really wide deer, beautiful 7-point. He was a 6-point 2 years ago. He was a 6-point last year, and then this year he blew up into a beautiful 7-point. Really gorgeous. So I'm gonna show a picture of him last year, if I can find it right now, as a 6-point. And then the past few pictures that I've been showing was him this year as a 7-point. So I'm all the way at the end of the field now. I didn't see any on the first walk through. I'm gonna walk back to the tractor, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hey guys, quick little update. Let me hop off the tractor here real quick, so maybe y'all can hear me a little bit better. But I'm about this far away from the shooting house. I did a little bit already inside this first row that I was talking about, just trying to push some of this brush away. I'm gonna come back and clean it up a little bit better. A lot of this stuff is broke off the ground. I just need to push it down. It's just kind of still standing. But I'm about, I don't know, a third of the way done with the field that I would like to do. Opening up a little bit more. In fact, you could even see more inside that first row already. I might even plant inside that first row next year. But I wanted to kind of stop and show y'all this real quick while I'm here. See this tree that I'm right up against right here? This is called a sweet gum tree. They got a bunch of them. Look right here. This is another one right here, a sweet gum tree. Right here, and look how big and round it is. My hand, I can't even put my hand around it. These trees suck. We don't want any of these trees on the property. We grow pine trees. We have a pine plantation for the majority part of the property, and these sweet gum trees, all they do is grow up, and they take nutrients out of the soil, and there's really no market for them. They're bad for the pine plantation. They're bad for the habitat. Deer really don't like to eat this. Neither do any other kind of species of animal. But if you look through, it's kind of hard to see, but they got a couple of sweet gum trees growing in and amongst all these pine trees, as well as a whole bunch of this brush, this bushy stuff. I really don't know what that's called, but I just know that it makes it thick, and I've never really seen deer eat any of it anyway. So we're gonna push it back. I'm about 2 rows in right now into the pine trees. I don't know if you can kind of see. There's a row right there where this pine tree is. There's a row, and then where this pine tree is the 3rd row. So I'm a little ways in, but I'm cleaning up a little bit more than what I was initially planning. And yeah, hopefully this improves this field, this spot a little bit better for next year. All right, hey guys, so we're back with one more little update here. So as you can see, the tractor is about in the middle of the field. The feeder is just behind the tractor, and I cleared out in between this row of pine trees pretty good here, and I could see, shucks, a good 60-70 yards. So if there was a deer in this trail right here in between these 2 sets of pine trees, this set and right here, I'll be able to see it before it either comes out in the field, or if it comes out in the field and is going this way, I can get a shot on it right here if I'm a little slow. So this is working pretty good. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pine trees starting from right here to right here, from here going that way in a row that are pretty close together. And then after that, like 6th or 7th pine tree right about there, it really opens up a lot on that side. And I'm gonna go and walk on the field and show y'all that, but I wanted to show y'all the view from the shooting house so far, and I think I'm about done on that side. So now we're gonna start working on the right side right here of the field and try to open it up a little bit more to see some more. So all right guys, so here's a view from the field. Let me come and walk right here so you could see the row of pine trees that you were seeing from the shooting house. And then this is the new lane that I just cut. Now there's still a lot of stuff on the ground right here. There's still a lot of like small branches, maybe some vines and stuff right here that I can't really get with the tractor, especially like right here, how they got this branch right here. I tried a couple times and I couldn't get it to pop out of the ground. I couldn't get the bucket under the root good enough. They had a couple other stuff and some more further down, but I'm just gonna come in here with a chainsaw and cut the rest and move it. But I got the majority of it with the bucket of the tractor. And as you can see, when you get a little bit further this way, past these rows right here, after the 6th or 7th one that I was talking about, it opens up a bit more right here. There's a lot more open space. So I'm thinking about a bow stand. I'm thinking about maybe planting in this area too, even though you can't really see it from the shooting house, because look, that's the shooting house right there. You're not gonna be able to see it, but this could be a good bow opportunity spot, because the buck that's been frequenting this area right here, Delta, that really big wide 7-point, he shows up pretty often during bow season before rifle season starts. So I'm thinking about, where can I put a tree stand? How can I make this area better for him to come early season again, this coming up hunting season, and how can I capitalize on it? So I'm working this area. Hopefully it'll make it better, and looking for a future bow stand spot. Hey guys, one more thing. So while I was doing this, what I was really liking was the before and after. So like, this is after. This side right here is the side that I did already, and then this side is the side that still needs to be pushed and worked on. So you can see all the brush encroaching in on the field, and you can see how much cleaner that side is. So I think it's a really cool to go ahead and show halfway through. One side's done, let's work on the next side. So I'm right here, about to start on the second side. I'm right here in front of the shooting house, and before I start pushing anything in, I noticed this tree right here. This tree is an oak tree. If you look at the leaves, it's some type of oak tree. I don't know exactly what kind of oak tree it is, but I do know that this is an oak tree. It's not a sweet gum. So I'm actually gonna try and save this little tree right here. It's about, I don't know, I'd say 15 feet tall right now. It's better than all them other little trees that we planted on some of them other fields. And this is just a natural oak tree. And I know that this tree will do better than if we were to plant something here, because it's already established. It came from some other oak tree somewhere else that was here a long time ago. and it is already grown to 15 feet tall. I don't know how old the tree is. At the base, right where the ground is, it's probably about 3 inches in diameter. It's not that big, but I know that this tree will be big in the future, and hopefully this will be a really great attractant for deer in the future. This will produce some acorns, and this will be a fantastic spot right here in the future for deer. Also, I'm noticing right now that I'm talking to y'all, this tree, let me see if I can, this tree right here that's right behind it is actually the same kind of oak tree. If you look up the leaves are exactly the same. It's the same kind of oak tree, and that one's even taller. That one's got to be what, 25 feet high now, with some really good branches. At the base is probably 10 inches in diameter, so that's a really good tree too. So I'm gonna try to save those 2 trees. Everything else that I see is junk, and I don't really care. I see some sweet gums, I see some more sweet gums, I don't care about those, but these 2 right here, I'm gonna try to save. What's going on? We got another update here. So, as you can see, the tractor is in the woods a little ways. I don't know if I got carried away or not, or if what I'm doing is a good idea or what, but I do know that we need to make our food plots bigger on this property, and we just need more food in general for the deer. So what I'm doing over here is pushing a lot of trees that are undesirable, that I don't want, like sweet gum. And what I found too is there's a lot of cedar trees on that side. I don't like cedar trees. Cedar trees don't really do much for the habitat, and they're pretty invasive. They're really not supposed to be in the area, and so every time I see a cedar tree, like they actually got one, let's see if my finger can point, they got one leaning down right there. I think I pushed about 5 or 6 over. They got a couple still in here. In fact, actually they got a couple right along the power line easement right here, but I'm pushing all of them down, as well as the sweet gums and the bushes and other stuff that they got. I did find another oak tree actually that I'm gonna try to save again, but I'm pushing it all down the hill a bit, and it's actually a lot cleaner on this side than it was on this side. I don't know if they were planted at different times or what it is, or just some of the pine trees did not grow, but I can get in the with the tractor, I can get in that area a lot easier than I was on this other left side over here. So let's go walk and check it out a little bit. All right guys, so we're just walking around the area that I pushed a little bit. I started to right here just to push a little bit, just to kind of clear right on the edge of the field, but then once I got right here, I just kept going. I was pushing and pushing and pushing all the trees and stuff that I was seeing that I don't want, like the sweet gums, like I was talking about. This is the one little bitty oak tree, and then the bigger oak tree is right here, this one right here, that I decided to save. They still got some brush that I can't get to with the tractor without messing up these trees, or they're too close to the pine trees. So we're gonna have to come back here with some hand tools, chainsaw, pole saws, stuff like that, and cut some of this stuff that I can't quite get with the tractor. But here's what I was talking about, the other little oak tree that I found. This is a nice, really big oak tree right here. I don't know what kind of tree this is, but man, this thing is making some big leaves. Like I said, I'm pretty sure these are oak trees, and I'm gonna try to save them. I'm gonna try to keep them here. It's got a broken branch, probably from something else that, cause that branch was dry. I didn't break that while I was pushing, but this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I know that these pine trees won't last forever, so to have some little oak trees like this growing in this area is phenomenal. This is great, because as of right now, as you can tell, there are no oak trees. We're on a hilltop right here, so if you do go down in the bottom, there is some hardwood bottoms, but the oak trees are kind of hard to find. This area was cut years ago, and they took the best and left the rest, and they don't really have the really big oak trees that produce some really good acorns. So we're in the long run here, long haul, should I say, I guess. In it for the long run, or however that saying goes. All I know is right now I'm doing the best that I can to improve this property to become just an amazing hunting location for us for many years to come. So I'm probably gonna wrap this up here for tonight. It's starting to get late, sun's going down, I'm starting to get hungry. I'm probably gonna work in here just a little bit more and take off, and I'll be back here tomorrow finishing this, but this will do it for this video because I'm pretty sure this is long. My name is Jared. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming on another adventure here at Turkey Ridge, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time, okay? Later.